with Bud. That's just a little section of Joy to the World, familiar Christmas tune. A few years ago, I did an album of, I just took familiar guitar, or familiar Christmas songs, and made guitar arrangements of them. Copyrighted my arrangements. I was able to do that through the Harry Fox Agency. I started with public domain music and then made my own arrangements and did that and registered and everything, put out an album, and turned out very nicely. A lot of people like it, and it's fun to play. During Christmas time, I generally do several concerts live, and I'll use my looper for a lot of the things. The recordings I used, some of them I did use the looper, and some of them I did use Cubase recording software and actually tracked different parts. It depended on the arrangement, how I went at. But Joy to the World is one of the ones that I just used my looper. And I started it just with a D chord, except it's a D with an added ninth. That is, I took my finger off the first string, so I've got that E ringing. A D chord, as you know, will have a D, F sharp, A, root third and fifth, D, F sharp, and A. If you have that first string open, the E, now you're introducing 9, okay, and since you don't have the 7th, then it's an added 9, D, add 9. You've probably heard that in a lot of different songs. Use it. It's a nice hollow ringing chord. You can do the same thing with an A chord by just taking the finger off the 2nd string. Nice ringing sound. You know, real nice chord. Added 9th. Anyway, I started, for the album I did Joy to the World, and I just started with this figure. And I looped that. 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Just going with the pick and using alternating picking to get that. Set my loop over that and let that serve as a background, just kind of a ringing thing. And then I played the melody over the top. Now this may look complicated, but it's not at all. It uses a descending or going down major scale. I don't know if you've ever heard of Segovia. I hope you have. If you haven't, you need to look him up. He was a prolific guitarist, a classical guitarist and teacher. I saw him on TV a few times. I never saw him live, but I saw him doing some concerts, and an amazing classical guitarist. When I was first learning how to play, I was introduced to the Segovia method of learning scales. And one of those scale forms I use extensively and here in this song, so I thought it was a good one to learn. The Segovia C Major Scale. And it's movable, it'll go wherever. But it starts, there's a C on the 5th string at the 3rd fret. You use your 2nd finger for that, and then you reach out with your 4th finger and get the D on the 5th string, and then E is on the 4th string at the 2nd fret, F, 4th string at the 3rd fret, G, 4th string at the 4th fret, and then you move over to the 3rd string, get your A with your 1st finger and your B with your 3rd finger. Then you shift up here to the 5th position, and you've got your 1st finger on the C, 3rd finger for the D, and then go to the 2nd string. 1st finger is E, 2nd finger is F, 4th finger is G, 1st finger is A, 3rd finger is B, 4th finger is C. Okay, so again. And back down. The key is to get this shift. You're already to 7 notes, and then boom. This is something to practice. This is a nice little exercise. What you'll do is you'll take your 3rd finger, put it on the 4th string, our 3rd string at the 4th fret, and then you're displacing the 3rd finger. getting your first finger to the 5th fret. So it's crossing the spot where it was. See where it's going to go. Be precise and be quick. Little exercise you can do without really making any noise. Try and go slow at first, though. Okay, so once you've got that down in C, you move it, and it works fine for D as well. And as I said, Joy to the World is just a descending version of that melody. You start on the high D, which is going to be at the 10th fret. There's your 12 at the double dot. I don't know if you can see my double. But, so 10th fret with your 4th finger. D, C sharp, B, A. Da, da, da. And then when it came to the next little figure, I took, it's just a D form. You know, your D chord looks like this down here. If you move it up to the 7th fret, you've got a G. And then move to the 9th fret, and you've got an A. And then a short F form. Just like you would play an F down here. You can practice that G, A, D. Again, this is something you use anywhere. Anyway, so yeah, just, well, I will say too, I did the melody. I also did it down in the lower octave. And this time, now for the G chord, I took the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings out of this bar chord. And this is just a full bar. 2, 3, and 4 to get a major chord. And then G to the A, same form, just slide it up. And then for the D, I use the first inversion, this nice little chord. You probably already know that. Have some fun out there, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks.